I'm on it, I'm on it, I'm on the street boy beats. I'm on it, man. I told y'all niggas y'all ain't ready, man. We can't be stopped. On the strip.
Yo, it's the Raw Show podcast with Raw and Paul Clark and the homie DJ.
What up, gang? No gang affiliation.
Oh, this a gang.
We
This a
locked
gang
in.
right here.
We locked in.
But and before I was about to get into the because you know too many black people together in the group. That's considered a gang.
Man, what?
But behind the scenes, without him, there's no us. My nigga, technical ghost, Playboy the Ghost. Give it up.
What up? What up? What up?
And we trying some new shit this week, being the 100th motherfucking episode.
Okay.
Motherfuckers.
Okay, congratulations.
We done brought the motherfucking nigga in, DJ Big Gill and this motherfucker. Let something rock, nigga. Yeah. We should have the strippers dancing in this bitch. Alright.
Old people podcast.
It's all good. It's
Bangers.
Yeah, you know, Paul Clark. So moving along. Paul Clark, what's up with you, my boy?
I'm good. This is Paul Clark, born and raised Lincoln Park. Got to book me up some shows and stuff. I had a lot of stuff that I was going to say today, but I'm not now.
Okay, I can feel you.
Yeah, I feel ashamed of saying it out loud when I said it in the back. I'm not talking about that shit.
Fix that mic, Paul.
So how was your weekend?
Stop trying to bait me into talk about what the fuck happened to me that was so fucking wrong. You feel all right, Paul? Tell us
Are
about
you
it.
feeling
Is
better?
everything good?
Are you okay though?
Do you need to talk to somebody?
Are you good though?
I'm not about to watch the our bowl game, Ohio State. I'm not watching that bullshit.
Right now.
Because it's a bullshit game.
Because we're not playing it.
For sure.
That's true.
Everybody said they're not playing. I'm not playing. I'm not playing either.
But what kind of shit is that? Niggas just give up and just be like, fuck you still got something to fight for.
No, if you're in the top four in the playoffs, then yes, you want to play. But if you're not in that top four, I'm not playing.
that game
funky
actually-
ass Cotton Bowl or some shit like
It
that.
means for nothing. We might injure a player
Yeah, I might get
for
hurt. That's been happening
nothing.
too.
I need a lighter.
No, your cup, we gotta do it.
Oh, shit, let's go.
We definitely got something to toast to today. And we got Santana Banger in the building.
Look at the way he eats. So
Look at
disgusting.
like that's last meal.
Gripping the prey.
Food stuff.
Oh, look at you.
Paul look disgusted like, how dare you eat that chicken like that?
Oh my God.
The
man.
boy's hungry, man. Say let you eat, man. Say let you live.
We've been on a journey, and it just got started anyway. But I want to give a shout out to all these motherfuckers in this room that's been down from day one. Giddy boy, where you at, my nigga? Should have pulled through. But toast to excellence, black excellence, my niggas.
Say it in a minute.
Peace, see. Go.
Let me see a lighter.
Who was that? Don Julio?
Motherfucker, done biting.
That is definitely biting. It's different than that one. Your favorite shit.
Yeah, that shit can a little smoother. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
And that,
And it
all the
don't cost
motherfuckers
as
with the
much.
hot name, they all the number one motherfuckers. Shit don't really taste that good for real.
Push that mic down, DJ, and slide and turn
Right?
Hold on.
Turn it. There you go. Now
Alright.
push it in a little more.
So we got hot topics
Push it
today,
in.
my nigga. We only got a couple hot topics. Shit ain't really been happening for real, but.
Yeah, alright, okay.
But what has been happening is the 100th episode of the Raw Show podcast with Raw and Paul Clark.
Make some motherfucking
How y'all feel? Feel any
I
different?
feel good. To me, it feels good. It's a great accomplishment because with those 100 episodes, we have over 300 videos also. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. That's a lot of work put in.
What do you think you learned from like the first video to the video now? You know, 100 videos, 100 episodes.
Timing, like the timing and trying to be comfortable and having conversation with motherfuckers. And I like it because it makes you engage in different conversations with many different people. Because in the beginning, we weren't doing many guests.
Okay.
So to be able now we mixing it up, trying to do guests and having our own personal conversations, which is dope too. But it just opening up the world to something bigger than what we thought we was going to do. So it's giving us advantages we wouldn't even think about that shit at first. So what's that soundtrack? Sound Paul Clark.
Me trying to turn my shit down and I can't.
Your phone volume?
But yeah, that's what's dope to me. And to be here doing it with the niggas it started with is dope. Giddy boy, where you at, boy?
Yeah, I need to holler at Giddy. I'm gonna have to holler at him this week too.
Yeah, real shit. I seen him. We chopped it up a little bit, but So we got what's up with you, Paula? How you feel about this ride we've been on so far?
Oh, it's been a great one right here. It's been a great. We had fun. We done did a lot of new things. Try shit out. Some shit worked. Some shit did not work.
Yeah. And I'm at a loss for words some days. Like when the shit be so, it's like a machine now. It's really like niggas just pull up, you know what I'm saying, and get it cracking. It's like at first we was trying to knock the kinks out of it, you know what I'm saying, and we still got kinks, but it's just you can see the developmental shit, like how we developed, became, and now the shit just runs. You know what I mean? That's what's dope to me.
For me, on the outside looking in, it's like nice watching like different podcasts and watching different things form, like different people come and like bring y'all like different pieces and like incorporating like just the community and watching like everybody around y'all like catch a wave to what y'all doing. Like so, it's exciting like to watch from the background and just be here and be like, oh shit, that shit is dope. Watching them do this and bringing different people I never even heard of. And I heard different stories from the city that I've never even heard of or even experienced or even known neighborhoods that, because I'm a little bit younger than y'all. So it's like, y'all talking about touring and different things. I'm like, damn, that's just exciting. It's like...
And that's, since you been kicking it with us, you've been I've always liked your insightfulness and how your take on shit. Because I already, I fuck with Paul like I fuck with Paul because of where he goes in his mind with answering a simple question. Like, he can yeah or no you, but if it's something that we talking about, he can go to thoughts. You be like, damn, I ain't even think of that shit like that. But then when you came in and started talking to us and saying shit, like opening up, like damn, she got some shit to say too. Like, just like very insightful, especially on sports and shit. Like that was a knock in the head. Like damn, she know a whole bunch about sport. And I was just talking shit to somebody. I was just being chauvinistic. Speaking about, I was saying I still can't get used to women commentating in sport. But it's a world that's changing and shit, and it ain't gonna change. It's gonna keep evolving. You know what I mean? So that's dope.
That is crazy because when you say that, it's like, damn, I don't really like women commentating sports either, but I do like them on like the ESPN like little panels and stuff where they're doing like little small intakes and stuff. Sometimes people are real insightful, and then other times they're dumb as hell and just cute.
What?
So
why wouldn't you like it?
well, because like when you're thinking about like because alright, so like when I went to school, I went for sports marketing, and I spent a lot of time in like the back behind the scene, like the sportscasting, and like following around in the voice. Some voices seem more soothing. So like, when you listen to like women commentating, it's more like theatrical.
So it wouldn't sound like
it doesn't like I like the more monotone voice where it's like more consistent. I like it like more being like what's the name for it? Just being in it.
So if a woman said if it was a woman's voice that said "Down goes Frazier," it wouldn't have that same as the man's voice.
No, I think that bass behind it, and then that consistent what's the name, and even when they're excited, it doesn't seem like overly excited. Like it's still like they're biased when they're talking. So like just being in there, like I don't know, I just like that voice. It's more like soothing because like I listen to the radio and listen like sportscasting in the morning, like while I'm just driving. So it's like hearing that same voice, and then you hear like different things, so it's like a different change, but it's not too much excitement behind it. So you're like overemphasizing, overthinking about things because what's the woman broadcaster that? All right, give me a second. think about this lady. So there's a lady that she broadcasts, but like her voice, like it changes so rapidly. So you're like, is this important? And then you're like, this was a dumbass fucking thing. You put too much emphasis over something that meant absolutely nothing.
Right.
And I'm paying attention because the change in your like decibels and voice, like you seem so excited in this. So
No,
I'm
that's
like,
a her thing. That's not a woman thing. Just her.
that's her thing, but you know what I'm saying? When you hear it, it's not that often to hear women's sportcasters. So like my comparison is the few that I'm hearing, and overall, it's like I prefer like an old ass, dry ass man. You know, that sounds crazy.
So you where I'm at, where I can't get used to it.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want that,
what the fuck
I want that stale ass voice. And so I'm like listening to what they're saying, and I'm paying attention to the key details, and not necessarily like,
Not
oh
so
yeah,
fast.
yeah, like
Pow!
the excitement in the moment is like that one dunk, like he was landed to the rim. Like, all right, like well shit. What else happened? Did he score?
But I love the evolution of things changing. It just be like, bitch, shut the fuck up.
You gotta think about it now because like they got women as refs. That's
Everything,
football.
yeah.
Football, like that is a different thing. So like they got that, and you like,
I mean, it's
damn,
not a physical thing. It's to blow the whistle and run.
in the run. But like when you people think of that, it's like how many women know about sports and who can do that? But you gotta think about it like when they show like there's like probably like 4 girls that do it. And like the overall their calls, and because you know like NFL they go back and they
And you
review.
just forget about
they
Little
review,
League.
but what I'm saying, but they go back and review their calls. But you understand, Little League is a thing, but be on a national football level to be, they're getting paid big bucks,
But it's
no
a lot of-
whammy.
it's
Like
yeah.
no, for real, they're getting paid big bucks,
I'm
no
not saying
whammy to be on the side of the NFL sideline versus a $125 to be at a Little League game. It's not even apples to oranges.
Yo, are they getting paid the same as men? No, are they still?
I don't know. I don't know.
Are they still
Yeah.
doing the same shit that we
It's
talk about?
not.
Women don't make the same as men.
It's
But my thing
definitely
is this right
done,
here.
like-
It's the commentation of it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know, it don't have to be football or whatever. If you're a commentator, you can commentate on anything. And what's the boxing guy? And he was with him and Stephen A. and them used to go at it.
Skip Bayless.
No, it's not.
No,
Skip.
it's not Skip Bayless. It's the one dude.
Dark skin. The one they said when he said he is more blacker than you. That guy right there, he's a boxing analyst. You know what I'm saying? But his voice did not change when he's doing football, when he's doing basketball and all that. He still had that so professional. He still had that smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like he still had that smoothness to it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to go overboard. But yeah, he was. They said he was more blacker than Stephen A. Smith. That
You
guy.
gotta think about it, there's been a lot of people on Stephen A's show that just didn't make it, like, you know what I'm saying? Because Stephen A is just such a dominant like character and stuff. And he talks shit. That's why I like Stephen A. Like,
Either
it's
that
like-
or he
And I
did
remember
make it.
because he was on. I remember when he was on BET, right?
Yeah.
And they kept planning like he wouldn't be able to get to that.
Yeah, to the
ESPN
next
and
level,
shit
like, yeah,
that.
like.
And he used to talk shit, and that's what made it dope though. Like he's saying something, and he's accurate about
You know why?
his shit
Because
and
like
all that.
I was saying, you know what I'm saying, when you had commentating and, you know, you had that square ass voice and going down the lane, you know what I'm saying, you had that voice into the exciting one, bing, boom, pop, and then all of a sudden, his was the introduction of, I'm the commentator that's going to talk to you like I'm in your living room, like we in a barber shop or somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So, man, are you crazy? You sound stupid. You sound, you know what I'm saying? Early commentators is not going to sit there and say that you sound stupid.
You just sound like him. Do it again. You be doing him. You be doing him.
I don't really know.
You do.
You just sound like him. You be doing him.
It probably
You
did,
do.
but I don't think I've ever did him. I had to cut my forehead all the way back to here and then started.
Hey, that's you know, I had a hairline and talk like him.
Yeah, but since his was
Fox
since his was the introduction of it, it's gonna be hard because it's like you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. No, I'm doing this shit on purpose. You know what I'm saying? I did call him a dumbass. I didn't call him a dumbass.
I mean, but like you
Because
think
all the
about it,
white motherfuckers probably like, oh no, that is not the way.
but I think about like the sports casting that I like. Like I like Mike and Mike. That's not even a show no more. But I like Mike Greening,
I remember
Goldlish
that
and
show.
stuff. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
I
I,
used to
like
watch
that.
that too.
I even like First Take when it was Skip Bayless and what's the name? Like
Yep,
them just
I did
talking.
too.
I even like how Skip Bayless and
The
fucking
show was a
Shannon
stepping
Sharp
stone.
went back for what's the name on Fox Sports. Like
him and Skip, their shows are stepping stones.
No, for real. And they, like,
You
they
don't
all
see 'em on
split
there,
into
and you
different
see 'em
shows.
Go, you know, sometimes you think, oh, they didn't last. No, that was a stepping
No,
stone.
no.
Now they got their own show.
they do. Like
So
for real.
follow
Like it was like a split
Yeah.
off from that thing. So like, but I did like I like their feed off how they both talk shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like how really like they both just had dominant personalities and like they just neither one of them
And it
backed
can't
down.
be. That's the
whatever
old
it is.
saying. Can't
And he
be
was like,
too-
"Yeah, you said this. You were right, but."
Yeah.
He
And
didn't
that's
say
his
that.
job.
You
It's like
can't
how
be
that
too
job is
fucking,
still your job.
Yeah,
Chiefs in the building. It can't be two chiefs. That's why they get the motherfuckers split their ass up. Like, oh, you need your own shit with a motherfucker to play off for, like, because.
But if you can't handle either one of them, you don't belong on the show.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
You know what I'm saying? Because both sides got people that's like, I'm not fucking with him no more.
That's
motherfucker
true.
talk too fucking much.
Yeah, but like you gotta see that show. That
Skip
show.
Bayless just went through that.
That show only consists of like one or two people. Like, cause Skip Bayless and Stephen A. have such dominating personalities. That's why they got the girl that's just
And,
dumb on the show. So
yeah.
like they only have. It couldn't be a third person on that show. Like it would be too much.
But you got
conflicting
Shaquille
energy.
O'Neal. You got Shaquille O'Neal and you got Charles
Everybody.
Barkley together. They say some of the most fucked up shit to each other. Like when Skip Bayless and dude was arguing, and he said, "Skip, you know what I'm saying? How many games have you played in? Skip, how many? You know what I'm saying? You calling him and you know what I'm saying? That's because you said, you know what I'm saying? Tom Brady was a better athlete than you have ever been. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't know how to take that with each other. Because I done heard Shaq say some shit. You know what I'm saying?
He say crazy shit to
He says some crazy shit.
to Charles Barkley all the
He'll
time.
be like, "You'll never have none of these."
Yeah.
Never. And that gotta hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like. Yeah,
Like
they-
I feel like they
You
play
can't
good
be
on
mad
that
at
show
that.
because
No, he can't because
Yeah,
he
you gotta
laughs at it
laugh
because
at
he got
that.
his own comeback.
Because
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Because he's like, well, I beat you on these stats. I did this. So he's like, he has still have counteracting spots, and there's still two docile characters on that
He'll
show
be like-
to
he'll be like-
fucking bring to feed that in. You got that
Like, Shaq,
old ass white guy
yo,
and
marriage
then the
number
other black
3.
guy, but they're still mild as hell too.
They'll bring up marriages and all kind of shit, throw it in your face at each other and shit. Well, at least my son can.
Did Michael Jordan have to help you?
But
help me out?
but if you watch them like, cause I
Remember I
watched
slammed you.
them outside of that. Like I follow a couple of them. Like they're like good friends. So like that shit is just for
Oh, do you
like
know how it
TV
happened?
shit.
No. Do you know how it happened?
I don't know how that came
In a
about, but
basketball
they're like-
game, they get into a fight, and Charles Barkley pick up Shaq's big ass and slam the fuck out of
Never
him.
slammed
You know
him
what I'm saying?
again.
Yes, he did. He slammed his ass.
No, I'm not gonna ever attest to that.
And then, so
Shaq boys.
after the game, you know, what I'm saying, Charles Barkley, you're already the bad guy, and Shaquille
Fuck you,
O'Neal
Shaq.
was like, nah, if I let motherfuckers pump me,
you,
man,
Shaq.
everybody gonna treat me like this. So after the game, they can't wait to take their fucking clothes off because I'm gonna whoop his ass outside the parking lot, right? So Shaquille O'Neal's mom called and said, "You motherfuckers, you know how you making us black people look on goddamn TV?" He had no idea that both of them went to school with each other. Their moms knew each other.
Knew each other,
You know,
oh, damn.
already. So they already talked and all that shit. Now he said, "Now you go apologize to him." So when he come out the locker room, both of them come out the locker room. You're not about to fight no more. Now I got to look at you and
And their
like,
face like, damn, my mama said.
"I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that." You know what I'm saying? And ever since then,
Yeah.
they've been like friends and shit.
That's how I used to be when you
That's
growing up
crazy.
too.
Damn, my mama said-
"You go down there and hold hands and touch the slap. Y'all better say sorry. Goddamn it, Janice be over here playing cards on Friday."
Man, that's funny as fuck though, because bro, when your
And I
mama
think
go and do
that's
the trump card and be like,
I think
hey.
that's what we had, you know what I'm saying? Even with Giddy was here, you know what I'm saying? I can hit you below the belt. I would
Yeah,
do that
yeah.
look this way, like I ain't made it, you know what I'm saying? And it went all the, remember, like, here goes the example, like when Giddy was saying, like, the girl he was fucking with, she was dating a barber. And then his barber shop caught on fire. And first she said she disappeared one day all night. And then all of a sudden when she come back, she did it for a couple of hours, then she disappeared again, and then she got woke up in the middle of the night. And then when she came back, like, what the fuck? He said, "Oh, it's my barber friend. His barber shop caught on fire, you know, and he called me because I had to and I said she had to go down there and suck the smoke out of his dick." And then I just looked away and shit. I know
He needed the whole.
it stung him, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause when it was
he
happening,
started thinking about it, like,
he
hold on,
called me. He called me when it happened.
That's funny as fuck.
That's hilarious. Yeah,
I had to, she had to,
Yeah, she said she needed the hose.
yeah.
Giddy,
Well,
the shit would be
pressure,
funny
yeah.
with Giddy on the show, man.
it does.
Fuck you, Paul.
Yeah.
That's where it came from.
Yeah. That motherfucker is hilarious too.
You know how I hit you with something different because of empathy, and I get you to look at something at a different angle. You're like, damn, I ain't never. That's when Juan would be like, and fuck you, Paul.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah. That's what my so now that's what Ed be doing to me. When we be talking this shit and he be like, I told him to come kick it. I was like, man, come up there and see Paul, cause Paul gonna be there. But he do that shit, fuck you, Sean. Like, damn. When you touch that nerve, motherfucker be like,
No, I hang with people that touch nerves like that, and because it's funny laugh, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Our boy, when we like, yeah, Paul coming up there, then everybody going up there to see Paul, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to worry about ticket. And then he just stopped and was like, but Paul, you're not funny. You're not funny.
Like dead ass is about to say
yeah, that's funny. That's fun, definitely funny.
So I'm not gonna be that hater sitting there. You see everybody else laughing, motherfucker, laugh with them and shit.
Nah, hell nah.
Some people can't handle that.
Nah, they can't.
Yeah.
And that's crazy because it goes on all scales, and especially when you got to do some talking. You got to figure out how to lead or come back from somebody or whatever somebody say, but you have to bounce off that shit. It's an art to this shit. You know what I'm saying? For real. And them motherfuckers, some of them niggas is stupid niggas, and they giving them jobs fresh out of the sports and shit. Dude.
Man, for real.
Because motherfuckers used to clown Shaq about being retarded. Like
yeah, how he talked.
You ever seen this cartoon? Like the cartoon nigga looked retarded, like his face was on.
They do him like they do Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
They.
Candy Lane. With me and it's some kids in it. It's Tracy Ellis Ross. I love her. I really love her, but she's Donna Ross' daughter. So is that I don't know how if I'm a I don't know if I'm a Rothstein if I like Tracy Ellis Ross and I was in love with her mother first. Is that creepy? Is that creepy to you? Is that creepy?
I swear we was talking about Leon Spinks.
You said Eddie Murphy do Leon Spinks.
Yeah, in the movie.
Leon Spinks.
DJ got us high.
Yeah. Because y'all.
I'm about to go another level.
Yeah, funny as fuck.
Oh shit! This is the Raw Way Show podcast with Raw Way and Paul Clark.
Me too. I just say for a second.
100.
What was we talking about? It made us talk about Leon Spinks. None of us was paying attention.
All the way from we were speaking about the sports commentation and
we talking about dumb athletes.
And then
so that was just Leon Spinks. He was another
No, we talking about Charles Barkley.
The art
what's
of
name,
the basically the art of
what's name, and then we talking about how they was talking.
Fast forward. He was talking about how dumb Shaquille. He was tired of people calling him dumb and all that. I said it's a lot of dumb athletes. He said like Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson. You know what's so fucked up and shit? How society switches and shit right here. This is a real word that motherfuckers use, and it was cocaine when we said that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you go back in time and look at Mike Tyson's paperwork, somewhere on there like 27 times it says retarded. You know what I'm saying? Retarded, that's not a mean. Today it's a mean word. Back there it means slow. You know, you look up retarded right now. You know what I'm saying? These curtains might be retarded. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a retarded.
But though, what it was is they took the assumption.
That was a slow learning.
They had the assumption of Mike Tyson being slow and retarded.
No, he was.
Because he wasn't. But it's a difference in being miseducated, not educated, and being slow because
he said.
But I watched that Mike Tyson like TV show on like HBO, and like when he was 14 years old, like the coach that took him in. So like all he did was boxing. So he did at 14. He no longer had school education.
Yeah, he wasn't going to
like,
school. He was
strictly
he was already
boxing.
like
and then
a retarded kid.
He returned into like a professional boxer.
He was an IEP kid like way back then. Just like it was another character that they just stamped up retarded.
But that's not necessarily IEP. It said that his mom like had a couple kids and like he stayed at home and watched his siblings, so he wasn't going to school on a day to day. So like I wasn't necessarily retarded, but if I wasn't getting a formal sort of education, they wouldn't get a formal education. I remember that from the TV show. So like he wasn't
and that's
going
my
to
whole
school.
thing about like.
So it's kind of like kids and COVID. Like
what you getting the 18-year-old Mike Tyson, the 21-year-old Mike Tyson, all the way to the 55-year-old Mike Tyson. He's way smarter than what he's been given credit for. He has way more sense than you know what I mean, because and
you got to learn that though.
Yeah,
like Shaquille O'Neal. When we was watching Shaquille O'Neal,
and then you watch Mike Tyson in his 20s, a millionaire to go broke to be back a millionaire again, because like that story is exciting too, because you're like, all right, nobody had formal even his coach and trainer, everybody was stealing from him and doing all this stuff. The dude that he like looked after, his mentor, his manager,
in the movie, it was like
robbing him,
or whatever.
And then he kept because he was always looking for that father figure as far as that go. And then his mom was always telling him what he couldn't do, like you'll never be shit type shit. So it's like that. So like.
I mean, but kind of she was supposed to because the shit that he was doing was no shit type motherfucking shit. When people say you ain't never gonna be shit, because that's what you are doing and you won't stop. And if you won't stop,
but it was
you're
like,
not gonna be shit.
But it's like sometimes there is like kids in certain forms that like are put in certain situation where they gotta like fend for themselves. And like kind of when I was looking at that story, it was like, well shit, his mom wasn't there, somebody else was fending for him, so like now I gotta look after myself. I'm doing everything for myself. I've turned into what the environment and what the atmosphere around me
Because
has
everybody in
made
that
me
environment
become.
product of
is mostly the
Yeah,
same
like
thing.
super product
You
of
got
your
some
environment
people's parents.
and shit.
Mike Tyson grew up. Mike Tyson's parents knew people who was on heroin, so it wasn't just Mike Tyson by himself. And like you go outside, it's all that. What you eat today? Nothing. What you eat today? Nothing. You know what I'm
but
saying? So
then
it wasn't
it's like,
just him.
Even then, it was like he fell out with his sisters and stuff. Like everything became about money, and like so it was like during that story. It was
Yeah,
like,
his friend said, "Get the fuck out of here! Don't bring your ass back here because you do not fucking belong here. You are
Yeah.
fucking Mike Tyson and shit.
yeah,
You know what I'm
Like,
saying? If you stay here, you ain't gonna be shit." Both of them told him the same thing. This behavior will guarantee you
And
your
if
life will not
them
be
robberies,
shit.
them botched robberies were anything in the motherfucking, like in the movie, like nigga, you definitely ain't got that. You ain't good at that motherfucker, so you might as well go.
I would have been the biggest thief ever if I can go back to the 80s. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the technology that they do not have, that we were afraid to take advantage. They got camera, them blurry ass motherfucker. It was in pixel and shit. That kind of looked like Paul. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I can go back in time, nigga, no mask. Everybody had to have masks and shit. You know, put with your ski mask. Today ain't no fucking mask. I don't know why. You should have did that in the 80s.
Yeah, they just banned masks in Philadelphia. Like so, you
Fuck
can't
that.
wear it in any indoor like facility,
What, the
place, or
masks,
business
the
stuff. Yeah,
masks
you
and
can't.
shit?
Any
Yeah.
mask, ski mask, anything because they said like in public venues they don't want to have it like. So they even have
I
it
can't
outside, but
believe
you
back
can't wear it
then
indoors.
society accepted and trusted checks. Get the fuck out of
Well,
here.
you still can get to write a check right now.
Give a
though.
motherfucker a check, right? Let me write you a check. Take my checkbook out.
But you know
And I
what?
give it to
The
you.
motherfucker who
Nobody's trust that. That's the
You
first.
still write a check.
That's
When I
the
bought my first
ABCs.
car, I wrote a check for my deposit.
That. I'm not talking about that. This is what I'm saying right here. Today's society, you know what I'm saying? That's identity theft 101 right there. It's
But that
gonna
was
start
when
off
it
with
was
checks.
created, though.
Back then, we feared. I ain't about to do no bad check. We kind of feared that. You know what I'm saying? Today,
I don't know. I
it's
can't
been
say that
done
because I
right now,
remember.
'cause
we don't respect it.
I worked
I
at
don't
the
know.
jewelry store a couple years ago, and then you could still go in K
It
Jewelers
still
and
pops
write
up.
a
It still
check.
But I
happens.
see a
Like,
lot of
old
places
people
that says
still
when you
have
walk in
checks.
there, sorry, no checks. We ain't doing no checks that you pulled out your pocket and wrote on and shit.
Yeah, but it's
I can't
mainly
believe we respected it so fucking much. And today,
Go into
But
any
I'ma tell you-
major corporation, any
Yeah,
store.
they still write
every
cashier checks
store
and
you can
shit.
write a check too.
Yeah.
You can go into BP and write them a check. I promise you. Still to this day, old
That
people
old
still
money.
write checks and stuff as balance was.
Hey.
It's more of a penalty if you don't have it, and if you write a check and you get called for it and you're doing it
Hey.
without money in your account, it's more like a fraud.
right now, we're gonna do an experiment. Everybody walk up out of here, right here. When I leave here, I'm gonna buy me some weed. I'm gonna call me some weed dude, and when he get there, I'm gonna write him a
Man,
check.
you can't write a
When
personal
I go
check
to
to
this
a
corner
person.
store, when I go to the corner store, but there was a time when people respected that and they would say okay and take that check because you had so much
I would
faith
take a
in
check and I
some
would-
shit.
It got a
But
post date.
it's pretty much
So
fake
if
in
your
a person.
brain
right?
went back in time to the late 70s and 80s and they doing all that check shit all over the place, nigga, you know how many frauds we would have committed and they wouldn't even found out yet?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd have
you
been
probably
getting
right
paid
about
back
that.
then.
But my
They would
grandma
not be able to
still sent me a
hold me
check for
back then.
Christmas.
boy.
Yeah. And your camera security looks like pixels and shit. That don't look like me signing
That-
that.
So
They
you
would
saying
not
if
be
you
able
went
to
back to
hold
the
me
80s, you'll be a
that
criminal? Is that
The
that's what you were
biggest
saying?
motherfucking one, I swear on
You
most
was here in the
of
80s, nigga. Hold up. Hold
But your,
fucking
your
up.
brain mentality
Hold up.
was different. Like right now.
Niggas trying to
Right
act like he
now.
wasn't even
Regular,
born.
Nigga like you wasn't
regular,
no time.
regular
16
Ohioans.
and shit.
Yeah, my parents
Regular
were in high school in
Ohioans.
the 80s.
There's people who carry their gun everywhere they go today, right here, and they're comfortable with it because the law says you're allowed to if you're
Right.
supposed to have one. Do that shit, that uncomfortable feeling. You wouldn't do that shit in the 80s.
I
Society
mean,
changed.
just saying, but like even in the 80s, Ohio has always been an open carry state. So if I have a pistol on my side and I'm not bringing it in the public, what's the name? And even if they say, unless
You're
they say
this-
you can't carry,
You're
you can
just
still carry. what's the name.
2023. Go back in time and say that motherfucking shit.
not saying
Go
that,
back in
but-
time. You would educate
Hold on.
America. You would educate fucking America if you took that thought.
Yeah.
Cause you watched everybody else bump their head. You watch movies when you was born, you didn't even know, but you're like, damn, that he said in that movie, he bumped his head. But now you know what not to do.
Hey, dog, let
Watching
me out the
everybody's
car. Let me out the car, dog.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
yo, I'm about to
Acting like a bitch right now.
we about to pay the bill real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, before we go, let's all go to the liquor store right now, all in the same vehicle.
Why?
No.
Because that's what's comfortable in the 80s and 70s and shit. We rode 20 deep in one cars.
Oh hell no.
That's
4D. I remember I got to a point though. I wouldn't fuck that 4 deep shit. No.
Yeah, because you got a little older and shit.
Yeah, like.
But I remember being in high school and only one person had a car, and we all get in that motherfucker.
Take y'all's
I don't
hats
give a
off.
fuck.
Oh yeah, lap
Man,
up, lap
what?
up.
Man,
Yeah.
one person has a car. You said we gonna wear? Hey, lap it up.
In high school.
Now you're a bum if you do that. If you was in the back seat and somebody sit on your lap or some shit, you's a fucking bum.
As an adult, for
Some
sure.
Stupid shit. But we like, nigga,
sure.
come on, nigga, come on.
16, it was acceptable.
The Rawway Show is
Right.
being brought to you by.
I got a taste for some greens. I want something different. I mean, some chicken from My Famous Kitchen when they know ingredients, miss and listen. I want a brisket. I like my cornbread this thick. Pick up the phone, come get this. They got the biggest sandwiches. Ha ha. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Is that macaroni and cheese? Yup. Is that macaroni and cheese? Yup. Is that macaroni and cheese? Yup. 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 Yup.
Yeah, Our Famous Kitchen. Holler at us. We got you. 614-556. 2174. Fucking with them. The Rawway Show podcast is also being brought to you by life should be relaxing, but it's not. Sometimes you have to create your own enjoyment with many different creme velour flavors, such as very beautiful, exotic plum, lemon haze. Very beautiful. Relax, kick your feet up and enjoy the taste. Creme velour, draped imperial grapes. Creme velour, my lord. Bing.
Shanghai.
I am.
Extremely.
Big Gil on the ones and twos.
And
Y'all ready for this?
I'm on it, on it, I'm on it, on it, I'm on the street boy beats. I'm on it, on it. Man, I told y'all niggas y'all ain't ready, man. We can't be stopped. On the strip.